Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, and just like that, we are on the Rift, in Champ Select for the second game. Sam Houston versus South Virginia University, and the Ari going to be the takeaway there in the last game. Puppy Cat having himself quite a game, walking out the MVP of that first match. And South Virginia looking to even up the score, trying to find a way to get back in this series. And Sam Houston going to be taking away the Vex. Going to have the Vex taken away from them. Garen and Zeri joining the ban pool there. Jen also joining the ban pool there. A takeaway there for sure from Zodiac. One of his most played champions is certainly a denial of comfort there and of a power pick that the Sam Houston bot laner has become known for over the last couple of years. Sivir joining the ban pool. It's back to the Irelia for Winstrom, so feeling like the Irelia was a way for them to win in that top lane, feeling like that was a matchup that they might want to take. But of course, blind picking it, maybe not necessarily something they might have wanted to do, but trying to save some of these priority picks for some members later on. Shen is going to be the answer there for Texai. Now looking to see the pool of junglers that Sam Houston might want to go to. Of course, Shen opens up a number of options, both with CC and with damage. Diego going to be the drop in there, an answer from Warwick there for the side of South Virginia. As now we're seeing the top lane and the jungle combos come through, so imagine the mid lane's going to be coming through here. Azir, the pickup there for South Virginia, so looking for a little bit more scaling, looking for a little bit more disengage, looking for a little bit more of an opportunity to try and pick team fights on their own turn. Vigard, though, going to be the answer there from Sam Houston, so matching some of that zoning capability that South Virginia are looking for. Sam Houston deciding they want to have a little bit of mage warfare on their side, and Vigar obviously going to give them plenty of opportunities with which to do so. And now Sam Houston looking for their final ban. Leona, of course, having joined the ban pool away there from Lyra, so don't want to give them any sort of engaged champion. They might be able to use the final ban from Sam Houston. It's going to be that Sona. So thinking that that Enchanter support was one of the key points that the South Virginia team had to work around, and something that they were able to use to great effect to maybe pick some better team fights and keep some of the members of the South Virginia team online, so they're going to deny it away. And now Sam Houston looking for their bot lane here, so just to see what they pick in way of support, way of ADC. May decide to go back to the Aphelios, and they do so. So Mage, what are they going to look for here? Misfortune was the pick in the last game, not necessarily a great answer to the Aphelios, so could be looking for something like the Ashe. The Ezreal, obviously a great pick into the Aphelios, great opportunities to sort of dive out of the way of the damage, deny some of the CC abilities that the Sam Houston team wants to put together, and an amount of CC that they do have already impressive. And the Braum going to join that Ezreal. Tahm Kench to pick up there. So now, interested to see whether or not the Shen and the Tahm Kench get swapped. Of course, the assumption is that these were picked and roll. So in that case, Tahm Kench going to be the support there for Lyra's Tome. So interesting that they decide to go and answer the Braum with the Tahm Kench. Obviously, a number of options that you have with the Tahm Kench. Obviously, with the Tongue Lash and the Devour. So Braum getting close enough for that to happen in order to apply the Frozen stacks would put him in range of being able to be devoured by Tahm Kench. As we're on to the Rift for Game 2. Obviously a side switch from the previous game. Sam Houston were on the blue side in the previous game. They are now on the red side. So have the opportunity to maybe get a little bit of better pathing towards some of the other neutral objectives. Blue side obviously has its own strengths and weaknesses with the pathing towards the neutral objectives. A little bit safer to path towards those objectives.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
And Sam Houston just posting the 5-man, not going for an invade like they did last time. And about this time in the last game, a certain Mage 4452 was dying to a certain Tahm Kench, of course played by Texai in that game. Lyros just having a little bit of fun there in the bush, just showing the love. There's a little bit of a press here by the Sam Houston top side, so Texai trying to get vision on a number of these South Virginia players.
Minions have spawned.
It is going to be the back there for Dragang, so obviously going to go down towards that bot lane, try and get a quick level 3, and look possibly for an early gank. Of course, is still able to just path through and clear out those camps very, very quickly. Viego, having been nerfed really through the last several patches over the last years, not necessarily the early game champion he used to be, however, is still a great late game scaling champion, still has a ton of viability, and it still does great damage even in the early phases of the game. especially towards junglers that are not necessarily geared to duel him. We are just going to see these buff pickups there, as it's going to be parallel jungling here for both these junglers as far. It'll just be the buff pickups into the first couple of camps, as JM working his way towards that top side, so looking to go get the Gromp and the blue, get that level 3. And a bit of an early bot lane push here for the side of Sam Houston, Zodiac and Lyros, trying to put early pressure on Mage. Try and blow some of these spells if they can early. Tom Kinch, no slouch, even as support in the early game. Able to sustain through that gray health and able to sustain through just the basic regeneration that he has. So Sam Houston will be able to take some more of these slightly aggressive trades that you might not be able to take with other bot laners. And the top side we're seeing on the minimap there, Windstrom, exactly like last game, getting a little bit of an early push there on a Texai. Starting to deny some of those minions. Already has a 6-minion lead. Of course, that will even up as Texai is farming underneath the turret. A fairly quiet early game thus far. Nothing crazy happening from either of these teams. I think a departure from the last game where it was a kill a minute and was very quickly ramping out of control. Sam Houston getting a very, very large gold lead within a very short amount of time. In that game, sub 25 minutes. Sam Houston obviously not on the same pace right now. Just happy to sit back, farm up, as Mage taking a little bit of extra damage. They're going to drop below half. And Aphelios, no slots in the trading himself. Texai going to land the taunt there on top of Windstrom. Going to get stunned up, though. And JM trying to see if he can get something here, though. But no, Dragonx is here. So I'm not going to be blown yet. Trying to channel, gets the fling. Dragonx trying to see if he can flash out. Is ticking away. Puppy Cat stepped off to the side. Not going to get it, though. As he is playing the Vigar, so he's going to get caught out here. Puppy Cat may be dropping 1 kill, first blood, going over to South Virginia, and it's a double kill, and that money going exactly where it needs to go onto Sato. A great start for them, and it's not done yet. Texai trying to trade onto Windstorm, not able to get the stun after that, though, not able to catch up. So Twin Blade stopped him from doing so, but fantastic pickup there for this South Virginia team, exactly what they needed to do in a departure of the last game. So now they have themselves a little bit of gold to work with, and most importantly, that gold going on to that Azir, that late game carry that you want to try and get ahead as quickly as you possibly can. And, you know, Azir's kind of the champion that, you know, if you just sit there and let him farm, he becomes strong. And if you give him extra gold, you give him extra kills, then it just becomes unbearable, almost unmanageable. So South Virginia going to be very happy with that turn of events. You're seeing the push come through in the bot lane. This minion wave will just bounce. Sam Hill should just pick it up. Not going to quite crash into the turrets, though. Not able to be frozen here by South Virginia, so they're just going to try and push this out as quickly as they can. This ping's coming down on top of that Sam Houston bot lane, so South Virginia just making sure that teammates know that they're there. Nothing crazy right now. Vigar is starting to roam. Just looking for some vision right now. He's going to get spotted out, though, on that ward, so they do know that he's there. As Sato went back, completed a recall, is coming back with a lost chapter and a control ward. Always nice to have those. Never go without your control wards, guys. If you're back and you've got a little bit of extra gold, if you've got, you know, sub 100 gold and it's enough to buy a control ward, just buy it. It could save your life. You never know. Again, things seem to have calmed down again after those 2 kills. Texai starting to get the push on a Windstrom who had to sort of reset that minion wave there and not used to the teleport thus far. Trying to hold on to that summoner when they actually really need it, but of course holding on to it not exactly as advantageous because it can't be used in the bot lane anymore. So a lot of these fiestas that we've been used to seeing over the last several years with top laners coming down, you know, at the 5-6 minute mark, no longer happening. Zodiac just building the wave here. We're going to crash this into the tower and try and push this out. Try and deny as much as gold as they possibly can from this Sam Houston team, as this auto-direct camera has been on bot lane for a long time. The top lane starting to see JN trying to see if he can find an angle on the Shim. Not able to do so, so just going to back off as Aurelia starting to push Texai in. Sam Houston just still holding on to this bot lane pressure right here, trying to deny as much as farm and CS as they can. About a 20 CS lead here for Zodiac over Mage. Lyra's going to eat a turret shot for the trouble, and the first Drake going to go the way of Sam Houston as they already starting that objective. Puppy Cat is here, though. The Dragon's going to go down, and Mage is already low. Kia starting to get stunned up, trying to see if they can get out here. Puppy Cat looked like he didn't want to stay for this, but the minion wave building up, and now the cage is going to corner them off. Lyra's Tome holding on to turret aggro for now. Not going to be able to hold that for too much longer, though, as Kia is going to be the last one up. So Sam Houston answered with a kill of their own right now. Zodiac is trying to add a little bit of damage to his own. Kia, sub 100 health. Draganks, can he find the angle? Can he look for it? If he can pick up the support, not able to do so though right now. So Kia survives for now. Texai still dueling with Windstrom in this top lane. And meanwhile, in the mid lane though, Sado given plenty of time to start sieging on this tower, start picking up some of those turret plates, and more gold into the pocket that is here. Certainly going to feel good for South Virginia as Windstrom eating a little bit of damage there for Texai. And again, as we talked about, that deceptive damage of Shen was never going to win the matchup, more than enough to poke you out and keep you backing, give him time to farm. So never too worried about the damage that Windstorm's going to put out. Texai just more than comfortable to sit here, absorb farm, absorb XP, and play the weak side of this matchup. And just absorb pressure while his team wins elsewhere on the map. A bit of a check-in here across the board. A bit of a CS lead in the top lane. About a little bit more than 20 CS there. Fairly even in the jungle, fairly even in the mid lane. The biggest difference, though, obviously, in that bot lane, about almost a 30 CS lead there for Zodiac, who's been on fire thus far this game. 1 assist so far in this game. Not able to pick up the kill there on either of the bot laners from South Virginia. So just sitting calmly, biding his time. Aphelios, not on any kind of timer, not on any kind of clock, just more than willing to sit back, absorb XP, absorb gold, and really reach that terrifying late game state that Aphelios has become known for, where it becomes impossible to take a team fight against them with any gun that they have, and is certainly on his way to working towards that state. What I'd like to see, I think, from both of these teams, though, is maybe start to try and amp up aggression a little bit on some of these side lanes, either on the bot or top, and try and get some pressure to where you can roam it towards mid, maybe get a couple of kills and start building pressure for neutral objectives. Right now, Herald not being the focus of either team, but at the top lane, a gank attempt is JM trying to run in on Shen, able to get out of that one, though. He is going to recall, come back to the lane. Again, a fairly quiet affair from both these teams, especially given the pace of last game. But Zodiac, more than happy to sit there and shell out damage. Very difficult to find into him. Remember, kids, red and white don't fight. And South Virginia finding that lesson out hard again. There's a massive minion wave stacking in this bottom. There's going to be a lot of gold potentially that they might lose. Zodiac going to make sure that this crashes into the turret. Start to wail away, get some of this passive gold. Meanwhile, for Sam Houston, Puppy Cat and Draganks making their way towards that Herald. They are waiting in the bush, though. Sado shoved out the wave, so he does have the ability to answer this right now if he does want to. Puppy Cat trapping him in the cage thus far, but not able to get anything done. Aurelia just warding out the Herald. Don't want to give up the objective for free if they can. Avoid it. But this incessant pressure in this bot lane, though. They're just not letting up. Sam Houston just trying to take everything they can. Mage potentially jumping to his death there. You've got to think of Lyros turns around and manages to get a tongue lash. He has no way to get back other than Flash. And Flash is down, no heal, so very difficult for him to survive that. He is going to jump in, and now this is the fight that they were looking for. Zodiac going to set down, trying to get the damage. Is ticking away with the Ignite. Is going to get swallowed up there. Karkat trying to ulti for effect, but not able to do anything right there. Zodiac with another kill. Sorry, not able to get the kill, though. Lyra Stone picking up that one. Sorry, I was confused in translation. It paused on my screen. It may not have paused in the video. But it looked for a moment, though, that Zodiac had gotten the kill. Not able to do so, though, and Tompkins going to be the happy recipient of that one. As we are seeing Dragon's trying to survive this one. Is going to flash out. Pops. Rush for movement speed. No, perfectly timed. JM follows him over the wall. Fantastic follow with the latch on. Well timed. Dragang's going to die for that one, trying to see if he could get the Herald and force the objective. Not able to do so, and now Sado, knowing that the jungler is dead, is able to push forward pretty much with impunity, able to start putting pressure and get some of these mid lane plates, sorry. Especially now that Puppy Cat is going to have to back. Will have to use the teleport if they want to avoid dropping any more turret plates, losing any more gold, and is going to do so. Coming back with those Predator boots, though, so now he is fully online, at least as far as the champion is concerned. Obviously, the extra damage will be great, but the boots are probably one of the most important parts for Predator Vygar, which I like. And now Sado might be caught here. Does have the ability to go over the wall, be able to do so. No, not able to slide his way out of there as it's a Vygar. Quick kill there. And Sado caught overextending. Caught overstaying. Should have backed well before then, but did not. And Puppy Cat quick to punish. It's the second Drake on the Rift. And now it is going to be that Cloud Drake, and something that Sam Houston would more than like to pick up. Obviously going to be very good for the majority of the champions. Extra movement speed both for the Vygar, for the Aphelios, for the Tomkinch, and especially for the Viego. These champions that want to be able to run at you and get their CC down. Going to be fantastic for them to have Sam Houston, after a little bit of an early game flub, well in control of this game now. A slight gold lead. Less than 1,000, but enough to give them an advantage right now. With Winston trying to survive Texai, who's doing impressive damage. Winston going to jump back in. May not have been the fight that he wanted, though. Texai Taunt will be coming up soon. Taking away. And with Bramble Best and a pair of boots, it's very difficult to get on top of him. And now, GM trying to see if he can zone off this Vigar. Lyros may have overextended, trying to walk in towards this fight. JM going to get rooted up, though. Going to try to go unstoppable, but no. Runs straight into the ability of Puppy Cat. And it's going to be the Braum getting devoured up now. It's going to be 2 quick kills for Sam Houston. Ezreal all comes across, but it's not going to be enough to kill Sam Houston. And the Drake is surely theirs off of that one. Off of fantastic zoning for them. Great control of these areas to try and keep South Virginia from getting any kind of pick on any of their squishier members. And just not much that South Virginia could do to stop that once they got separated. It did look like for a moment that maybe Lyros was going to get caught out, but just not able to make anything happen. Puppy Cat running down Sado, who did get caught at the last little bit of that Vigar cage, and the ult's going to come out and kill onto Sado. Puppy Cat on a little bit of a rampage, 4-1-0 on this Vigar right now. JM trying to see if he can run him down, but Puppy Cat not at all afraid. Has that red buff, has the damage, is going to get the stun, and it's another kill. Puppy Cat can do no wrong. 5-1-0, 2 kills as quick as you please. This is a menace on the Rift. He was vital in the last game, and he's vital this game. Puppy Cat having a hell of a series right now and showing why he belongs on this team. Puppy Cat, fantastic job. He's going to be starting to come out of control here. Vigar, not a champion, want to be getting extra kills. And it did look like for a little while that Sado on that Azir was going to be the answer for what Sam Houston wanted to do for the late game, but Vigar well and truly in control now. Massive CS lead in that mid lane, massive gold lead. Going to be coming back with... Sorry, with a completed item, especially on the Everfrost. Is going to be working towards building that death cap now. Fairly stock standard item for Vigar, and not a lot that this South Virginia team going to be able to do to stop that. Is going to get taunted. Windstrom underneath the tower, going to eat a couple of tower shots. Well played by Texai. And JM, this may not be a fight that you want. Run straight into the wall, and it's going to be just another kill for Sam Houston unless he can get some help. It's going to be the shuffle now. No, Drake jumps over right now. The fight is just in earnest. Windstrom going to get feared up. 2 quick kills for Sam Houston again. The Juggler getting on the board now for Sam Houston. 300 gold is the bounty if they can manage to kill him. But so far, 3-2-1 so far in this game. Being set up fantastically by Texai, landing some of those crucial taunts to set up Dragons to jump over that Azir shuffle. And it looked like a good play there for a minute. It looked like they had managed to get out. But Sam Houston, playing on the balls of their feet, managed to predict some of those abilities and get over. Grab a couple extra kills. And Zodiac feeling himself right now. The shield going to come out for Kia, but it's going to get rooted up. And the damage, more than enough to cause him to back off. Zodiac not at all afraid of anybody on the South Virginia team. Otherwise might have played a little bit more cautiously. Ult's going to come out there for Mage. Ultimate not doing anything else. And Puppy Cat going to land the root on another ulti, and it's just kill on side press R and get deleted. Puppy Cat is the master of the Winston. Windstrom is trying to see if he can get something done. Teleport going to come out, though, for Shen. Is going to dissuade Windstrom from any other potential Vigar killing activities, as the Herald did come down, but not going to be able to get anything out of this one. It's just going to be all for naught. No turret plates to collect, even if it did get there, and ultimately a wasted Herald there for South Virginia. Sam Houston, well and truly in control of this game, as now the bonuses have been activated, so something for the South Virginia team to play around, but it's going to be rough going for them, trying to get themselves back in. Almost a 5K gold lead here for Sam Houston. In fact, there's a 5K gold lead now as it crests over. 1 turret to their name. This is right now their game to lose, and looking a lot like the last game that they played in this series. And Puppy Cat having a hell of a series, 6-1-2. Just unstoppable on the Ahri, and so far unstoppable on the Vigar. And this aggressive posturing that we've started to see from a lot of these Vigar players, taking the Predator, just running people down, especially with the amount of damage that he's able to build fairly easily. And with the amount of CC that he has in the kit, it's very difficult to knock this champion down, and even harder to do when he has protection, when he has somebody standing next to him. Is Winston just trying to do something, trying to force Texai away, trying to see if he can get some kind of trade going on at this top lane, maybe pick up a kill, get something going, but just no effect. Similar to the last game where it felt like the game was sitting on Winstrom's shoulders. Felt like it was up to him to try and get back in this game, get his team going again, but just not able to do so right now. Less kills, less gold, no items completed thus far. I mean, yeah, you're sitting on some components, but nothing that's going to get you in a state where you can fight any member of Sam Houston right now. I mean, even Vigar, unafraid, from 2 levels up. I'm certainly going to be looking to try and take advantage of, so far, the itemless Irelia. As the pings are coming down on Winstrom, may be overextended here. Tay looking to get the taunt, is going to manage to do so. For now, the speed up coming out for GGLeagues. Can they get on top of no flash out? Winstrom behind the turret. And it is going to be the second Herald going over to Sam Houston. The reward for blowing the summer on top of the Irelia, who right now just no answers for anything that Sam Houston wants to do. And a one-sided affair thus far in this game. Sam Houston, how else can they start to close this out cleanly? A couple members there of South Virginia Esports looking like they wanted maybe to possibly challenge for it, but nothing they can do now. As the mid lane turret is going to drop it. They may have overstayed their welcome. They get the turret, but at what cost? Zodiac starting to run them down. No, going to peel off, though, as Azir just going to get himself out of there. Windstorm, this is his one chance to try and get back in. There's a lot of gold on this Vigar. If he can look for the shutdown and get it, it would be massive. But Puppy Cat just running him down right now. Just one completed item. The Blade of the Ruin King, all Windstorm has. Trying to get to it. No, the ult's going to be enough. Not able to run away. Puppy Cat, 7-1-2. Starting to become a real menace to society, but he may have put himself in danger right now as JM going to try and run him down. His fleeing straight into the Ezreal. Suppression coming out, but not going to be enough. No, he survives right now long enough, and it's going to be the kill going over to Shin. And the team fight in earnest breaking out now is nowhere for South Virginia to go. They caught up. They tried to save their friends, but the only thing they bought them was a one-way ticket to the death chamber. Lyros flashing at Mage, trying to blow the heal, trying to do something. No, going to get devoured, and he's going to get spit right back into the waiting arms of Sam Houston and Aphelios. Going to be the picking up that one. Zodiac 1-0-7 on this one. Don't look at the 7 assists because the kill's the only thing that matters, and what a spectacular kill it is. And Sam Houston, 18 minutes in, they're already starting to break the base. On top and bot lane too, though. Winstrom trying to find something, trying to see if he can get some damage down on the GGLeagues to force this out. Ult's going to come out, not able to follow up though. GGLeagues walking out, no ulti use yet. Could turn, looking for this. He's going to do so, channels it, gets the stun. Try to get the reset, does, gets the ulti on top of it, and the Aurelia is going to fall once again. Winstrom straight back to the death chamber. He just walked out of it. Now Sam Houston basically on autopilot now. They can set it for cruise control and cruise on to victory lane. Sam Houston starting to put the final nails in the coffin with this one. 10K, more than a 10K goal lead now. As his dragon is coming up, and this is basically just a rite of passage for them now. It seems like every time they win a team fight, there's always a dragon for them to take, and just nothing that South Virginia can do to stop it right now. They're trying to just push out these waves. And Dre splitting the map right now between the mid laner and these two carries. Is looking for a fight right now. Does have Lyris next to him, so is able to get out of this. Is going to get stunned up, though, potentially, as the stacks come out. Aphelios is here. No, manages to live, and now with the stun going back on to JM. Not going to die yet. Manages to live. Lyris jumping back in. What else can they get? JM living with a sliver of health in a fight that they wanted to start. Not able to get anything out of it, though. Sam Houston going to walk away from that one cleanly. 16-3 in kills. It's an absolutely monumental lead they have in this game. You have to start to think that this is pretty much the end of this series for South Virginia. Obviously, you never want to count a team out when they aren't necessarily out. Obviously, you want to give them every benefit and chance to win a game. But when you have a goal lead like this, and when you have the champions that Sam Houston has, it becomes very difficult to get back in this game. And there's a lot of late-game scaling champions that have a lot of gold now between the Aphelios, the Vigar, and now the Viego. It'd be quite a monumental task for South Virginia to get back into this match. And, of course, there are ways that they can do it, starting with targeting some of the shutdown gold. I mean, it's well over 1,000 gold. It's shutdown bonus on the majority of these members of Sam Houston. The only one that doesn't have a bonus right now is Lyros, playing on that Tom Kenshin. Of course, if they were to get another kill, it would be a bonus. But start focusing on some of these more immobile members. If you can split the Vigar, if you can split Aphelios, force them to get in matchups on their own, and use 3-4 people to knock them down, collect that gold, and get it onto your carries, get that money onto Sato, get that money onto Winstrom, then possibly you're looking at a way back in this game. But of course, that's predicated on Sam Houston willingly splitting the party, willingly splitting up, and right now they're not willing to do that, and right now actually going to go ahead and start off the Baron. And when you have as much map control as Sam Houston has right now, it's pretty much a done deal that it is going to be yours. As Puppy Cat, a menace to society, just zoning off several members of the South Virginia team, just not willing to let them exit the base. And the Baron's just going to go. No resets here for Sam Houston. Why reset when you can just run it? They're pinging out onto that mid lane, going to collect the wave. Zodiac going to push that out. And Puppycat sending down the cage, daring any member of this South Virginia team to come and get him. As Kiakar trying to just fight for some vision, trying to get in, but no, Sam Houston, they want to fight now. They want to end this game now. It's 21 minutes, and they're spelling the end. And the Draganx is going to go unstoppable, going to kick up the kill on a mage. He's going to get knocked up, though, trying to see what else he can get. Is going to die to the turret shot, so it is going to be pick up there, but the turret destroyed. Sam Houston looking for what else they can get. Windstorm trying to get on, trying to see if he can get it. This is your moment. You can get a kill, you can get it, but no, not going to get anything except a free ticket to the death chamber because Sam Houston, they're putting the coffin, they're putting the nail in this game. Sam Houston walking away with it, and now it's just the victory march. Sato going to be dropping down. The ult follows him away. You can run, you can hide, but you can't escape Puppycat. And Lyra's just going to eat up some of these turret shots. Going to walk the minions in. Sam Houston, another sub-25 game. And the timer's just too long on this South Virginia squad. No way that they can contest for this one. As Kiakar and Mage trying to do something. Even the BM reset there from Texai. As the game is going to come to a close, he is going to go ahead and teleport on in. But it's the victory march for Sam Houston. It's a clean 2-0. And they start off their season with a win.